Picture a British street in 1952. Was not fringe. It was British industry, British commuting, and British daily life, all at once. Then, within a single generation, it nearly vanished. In the early 1970s, Britain and the Netherlands faced an almost identical problem. Car ownership had exploded, streets built for pedestrians and bicycles were being overtaken by motor traffic, and the number of people being killed on the roads, many of them children, was rising sharply. In the Netherlands, that crisis produced a national reckoning. In 1971, more than 3,000 people died on Dutch roads. Traffic was coming. Then build enough road to carry it. The bicycle was not part of the forecast. Urban motorway schemes, ring roads and junction widening reshaped British towns through the 1960s and 70s, prioritising the free flow of motor traffic over any other way of getting around. Cycling was treated as a problem to be routed around, not a mode of transport to be designed for. The 1930s cycle tracks that Britain had once built ahead of the rest of the world were, by this point, neglected, overgrown, or simply built over. Some vanished so completely that for decades afterward, almost no one remembered they had existed at all. It is not that Britain never tried. Over the past decade, English local authorities have spent, on average, around £2 pandemic, closing residential streets to through traffic. Some of it worked, much of it became a political battleground. Schemes were installed hastily, contested loudly, and in some cases torn out within a year of being painted. A country that spent decades not building for cyclists then tried to catch up in months and discovered that infrastructure introduced without long-term commitment rarely survives its first controversy. What Britain has in most places is not a cycling network. It is a scattering of disconnected lanes that begin at one junction and vanish at the next, leaving the rider to fend for themselves exactly where the danger is greatest. Next time you are on a British street, look down at the road markings. Look for a faded, painted line that runs for 200 yards and then simply stops. Look for the gap at the junction where the cyclist is asked to merge back into traffic, unprotected, exactly where the risk is highest. That gap was not an accident of engineering. It is the physical shape of 70 years of decisions made for the car and rarely for the bike. Britain once built the first protected cycle tracks in the world, then let them disappear so completely that it forgot it had ever built them at all. The road is still there. So is the choice. If you want to understand how Britain's streets ended up shaped the way they are, subscribe. There is a new story like this one every week. If this story interested you, there is a video right here about what happened to the British High Street.